Hello everyone, my name is Webweaver and welcome back to It's Look Who It Is on your screen right now. Um, it's Dreadful Dreams 0.9.92 F3. Listen, I went down a fucking batshit rabbit hole on like some random Doom map. You know the one, probably. If I said Doom map rabbit hole, then you probably know. There was like a fucking video documentary about it, and then there was like a Vinny playing it. It was pretty good, my house moment. But listen, I was looking at this. It's a completely different pivot, right, as the episode starts. Unhinged as normal. Let's do it. Eldritch Parasite. Okay. Eldritch Parasite can't run from combat, all perks on Mimi moment. But what was I gonna say? So, like, this is a completely different pivot, but I was thinking about miniatures and I was thinking about painting, and I really want to get back into it. I've been dying for it this past month. I've been chomping at the bit. Can't wait to get my painting stuff set up again. But I was thinking to myself, there's some paints that I really wanted to try. The Army Painter 2.0 speed paints, and I gotta tell you, man, Army Painter, they kind of like dropped the ball on like the distribution of the paints, at least in the West, at the West TM in America, because like I've been to like 3 local gaming stores, and only one of them was carrying the Speed Paint 2.0, but only in the box sets, and it's like, oh. And yeah, they say they can like custom order it for you if you want, but it's like, I don't know, man. I just kind of want, like, a few of them. I don't know if it's worth doing, like, the whole custom order thing. But, yeah, no, it's just, like, I would really love... And here's the thing, the Army Painter has their own web store. It just doesn't have any of the 2.0 speed paints on it, besides the box sets, which are really expensive. But, you know, we got Knowledge, we got Strength, Dex. We actually have the full sweep. Charisma, which is one of the ones that are more likely to happen, is actually the optional one, which is kind of sad. But we can definitely do Light Swords. I mean, we can definitely do Knowledge. We can definitely do Charisma. We can maybe do Strength. If we get Fear Festival Timeline B, then that's gonna happen. That's gonna be a lot more likely to happen. But I mean, honestly, I'm thinking like, despite it all, we don't actually have to buy a weapon, you know? So what we can do is we can kind of ball. I think this might be Mimi. Mimi will never be balling, and then Mimi starts balling, you know? Many people are saying this. Oh, popular culture, we gotta go with that one. But with all perks, are we ever gonna see Outdoorsman? Probably not, but I'm gonna look at it. I'm gonna look at Moriko just in case. We're gonna do a little look. So, we need to get... Oh god, it's supposed to cost 3, right? So we need to get 4? I hope so anyways. The Parasite Stirs moment. Me when the Parasite stirs. And it's just like that picture of... There's that really weird Simpsons meme where they're like playing, what is it, like the Game of Life? I don't even remember the context of it, but... It's so weird. It's like they're playing like the Game of Life, and then somebody rolls on like the table to get married or whatever, and then they get like the person who kind of looks like Milhouse, and then Homer like does that really weird smile and then says like, haha, you got the dud or whatever. But that fucking smile, I see that's like an iconic Simpsons meme, and it's so unhinged. It's just like, whenever you see that kid, you can then expect Homer to smile. It's so weird. It's so weird. But, I don't even know where we're going with this. But it's like, yeah, when the parasite stirs, you do the little smile. I don't know why, though. But, it's completely and utterly unhinged. But yeah, I just kind of wish, like... I just kind of wish, like, you could go on the Army Painter store and then just, like, buy the paints that you wanted. I know that's kind of crazy. And, like, what's kind of wacky is, like, a lot of their sets are still on pre-order for, like, May and June. And I don't know if the hype around them is gone necessarily, but I was consuming videos and content about the Army Painter 2.0 speed paints like a month ago. You know, it's like like I was excited about them a month ago, and now it just kind of goes on and on and on. I don't want to bring up Netflix fumbling JoJo's Part 6 again, but there is genuinely like something to the idea of hype and how hype works. And so it's like, oh yeah, the anatomy book. I don't know if I want to use this. I'm ill, question mark? True, true. I mean, we're going for it. We're going for it. Funny mask? Oh, that'll be really helpful. Okay, yeah, so that was just item statistic randomization doing a funny, I guess. But, yeah, no, it's like... EXP is pretty cool. I like EXP. Don't like that, though. Thank God it's just, like, -3 reason and not some sort of, like, flat reduction, because that would be... Or, sorry, not a flat reduction. Like, a percentage reduction, because that would be devastating. Like, can you imagine getting, like, traumatized, or... statements by the utterly deranged. This is what World of Horror players have been demanding our respect for. True, true, true. Many people are saying this. I mean, you know, at least to get into parity with our starting sanity. But, you do learn new things about anatomy, though. What if we just got, like, a cool little bone saw? For fun? Like, a little for fun bone saw content? We do a little bone saw as a treat, and we don't really have to worry about our health necessarily. I mean, we do, but... Hey, we get a little +10 EXP gaming going, you love to see it. Normally getting another item is just objectively better, but... I'm not a big fan of that. But you know what, fair enough. I would like to... Cool. I would like to, you know, lucky number 3. I like the number 3. Number 3 is good to me, I think. I mean, we did just get 10 EXP there, and so by that logic, 2 3s that makes a 6. Now that's the real shit right there. Ah, fuck. Indomitable cut? -10 stamina, huh? Well, that actually didn't do anything. Like, we still have the max of 28 right there. Now, of course, they've beaten our ass in this mystery, and it's, like, pretty bad. First enemy, the bozo, the guy, the dickhead. Whoa. It's a little rude. But, you know, I'm at least happy today. I have my raid, and I'm not gonna... I'm feeling much better now from the incident TM. What if we just miss? I'm glad I don't live in that reality. Can we just get the hell out of here? Like, I should have said 3+1, man. Never mind. I should have said 3+4. 3+4, obviously. We just did 3, we did 4. Obviously, I was stupid the whole time. Second enemy, Shiro-san? What the heck? But Fearful is going to be pretty painful, I will admit. It's probably one of the worst ones that we could get. Just because it's like a tax when we're already in a situation where we're being taxed, you know? We're gonna have to get pretty lucky. Now, we are gonna level up 2 more times, like, pretty easily. So, I mean, we can just make our combat better, I think. We make our combat better. I'm not really worried about the Doom as much as I'm worried about literally just our sanity. Wordless Ward, Bulletin Mermaids. There's no easy light source that we can get, unless Sailors is the other timeline. Can you discard the anatomy book? You can. So I guess we could do Sailors second. I don't actually think that matters. And we'll just discard these 2. Now we do want the torch to appear here, that's actually really good. Now we want to keep the torch under pretty much any circumstance. This is horrible. I almost kind of want to run away from this guy, but, like, you know. So we can just kill him, but, like, at the same time, like... I was thinking about, like, taking the 1 stamina there you're a little skeptical of it normally. Like, normally, in the regular game, if you can get away with taking, you know, 1 stamina, you're like, oh, that's pretty great. But in here, you're like, oh, do I even want to take that 1 stamina? I don't know. Okay, that bite. Do we care about that bite? How much do we care about this bite? Because there's no real, like, purpose of going here besides getting +1 fund. Because, like, this pays for itself, pretty much. I guess we could get a Abominable Cut taken care of, but... See, that's what I was worried about. But I don't want minus Perception. I feel like I'm okay with minus Dexterity. But I'm not really okay with minus... Will this affect us? I don't think it will, right? Yeah, because even though we have the minus 10% max stamina, that's not enough to cut into it, so... We can wear the Demon Mask pretty guilt-free here. I almost want to try to make the check here. Because, yeah, hitting the minus Doom is kind of nice, but... I feel like we need to preserve our sanity if we can. Because it's -2 regardless, so we might as well, like... Yes, we could have gotten minus Doom guaranteed, but... I think we gotta preserve our sanity. If we can choose to take an option that doesn't hurt our reason, you gotta go with taking stamina or doom damage. Like, that's just non-negotiable at this point. Price hike is completely irrelevant. We've already bought everything we were ever gonna buy. Ah, running shoes and a hot bath. 2 perks that are really, really helpful. I'm a big fan. Now, honestly, I do actually think that I might completely want to pivot to Charisma, because I don't think we're going to die of Stamina. I think if we're going to die of anything, it's going to be Sanity, so taking that avenue out, because we're going to take -1 no matter what from the Takashi fight. So I'm thinking to myself, like, yeah, we probably actually should have been putting points into Charisma, but Strength is good too. It makes our brace better. Also, the Charisma thing's not guaranteed to happen. We only get punished if we see Heart of Darkness pop up one of these times, so... Bulletin... Ward... Mermaids. So we can actually do Ward last, because we can get the burn cured. We can get the burn cured in Wordless Ward. And we do need to do the side quest here. It's a little bit sketchy, but, you know, you hate to see it. Now, this is an enemy that does all damage. So you're looking at how much damage you can do to him. You're looking at how much damage he's going to do to you. He's already done 1 health point. He's already done 1 health point. He's weak. He takes 6 here, so it'd be 8 here. So this actually kills. That's actually pretty cool. Oh, I'm dumb as hell. Like, I'm actually just dumb as hell. Like, oh yeah, no, this'll do... I was thinking, like... You know, I was using Desperation. You're gonna have to forgive me. You're gonna have to forgive me. I was thinking, oh yeah, we'll just Desperation real quick. And then that'll do a clean 20. But, yeah, no, that is the, that is just being temporarily stupid. As a treat. Oh, hey. This is the Mimi tax, but we are playing Mimi, we just haven't seen any of her perks. Would I have taken Anatomy class if I saw it? Probably not, to be fair. I do think this is gonna be a loss. Like, I was thinking a while ago, like at the start of the run, the moment I see our reason just tank at the beginning, it's like, that first mystery was like, yeah, it's Jover. So I'm pretty... I'm looking at this and I'm like, yeah, okay. We are gonna go to the school next, but we'll switch it over to the hospital if we make it that far. Because we are gonna go to the hospital a lot, obviously. Will I give you another run? Sure, I'll give you another run, because this one's guaranteed to lose. I don't think there's any way that we can win. Now, I mean, you see something like this, right? And you're just like, okay, who cares? Because there's no way we die of stamina. But I do love missing 75% chances. That's really fun. But yeah, no, I was looking at because I've been thinking like when I get everything set up and when I get to my new place, um, like I want to pursue one of those avenues of either painting videos or I either want to pursue one of the avenues of painting videos or videos on like consoles that I own, like get a capture card and then like maybe a retro tank too, for like old stuff. That would be really fun. But regardless, but I was thinking that if we go on like a narcissism YouTuber story arc, right? Where we get like, we focus on the YouTube fame and all that stuff, it would totally be possible and it would be awesome, right? Like we go on the narcissism YouTuber arc and we get enough subscriber that I can just start getting free stuff from like miniature companies. Oh, that would be great. Like I wouldn't even have to worry about being mildly annoyed about not being able to buy the Pastel fucking Army Painter Speed Paint 2.0 paints because not even the fucking metallics are on sale yet. That's May 27th. But like they would just send me the mega set and I would be happy, Like imagine that. I mean, it wouldn't even be that like unrealistic if we were, because I'm trying to think of it like, if you send like an influencer type, not me, like I'm not an influencer obviously, but I'm thinking about going on that arc if we can get free shit for fun, But if you send like an influencer type person who has, like you send them a set of your stuff, which is, it's cheaper to manufacture that stuff than it is to like sell it, right? Like, does that make sense? Like you're selling it for a profit, obviously. Like you are making stuff at a lower cost and then putting a price tag on it so that you can make a decent amount of money from it. So however expensive it is for them to make one of those paint sets, they basically eat that plus shipping to send it to like an influencer type person who will show it off on YouTube, right? And you might think, oh, that's crazy, it's like a $300 paint set. Here's the thing though, is that it's not entirely like unrealistic or necessarily unexpected. Like I still, from that one company, I still get free game offers from time to time, and I feel bad that I never played the one that they gave me, but it was just like the most poorly timed thing of all time. It's like there was like no shot I was ever playing that game when I accepted that key, and I should have just declined the key, honestly. But it's like if my channel, and that was back when we had like 600 or 500 subscriber, if people are looking at that channel and thinking, yeah, we need to give a free $20 game to that person, if we did like miniature painting content and we had like 1,000 subscriber, 1,500 subscriber, 2,000 subscriber, honestly, it would not be that unrealistic to think that, oh, a paint company or a miniature company might send you a free product if you would show it on your channel, right? Now, of course, is that a little unrealistic for us? Yes, it is. But that's why I'm thinking we go on the narcissistic YouTuber grind. I think it would be a fun arc that we could look back at and then laugh. But, I don't know, man. I just want those stupid fucking pastel paints. Like, I'm so, like, listen, the Army Painter is probably, like, one of the better, like, companies for, like, actually supporting them. Like, this might sound unhinged, but I think the Army Painter and Games Workshop are probably the morally best companies to support in sort of that space. Because, like, I found out some shit about Scale 75 recently in fucking Green Stuff World that's like, oh, damn. I'm just looking at my fucking Green Stuff World paints and my Scale 75 Fantasy and Games paints, and I'm like, oh, that's kind of a little bit kind of unhinged, my guy. But, Games Workshop is probably one of the most ethical companies from, like, a sourcing perspective. Because they make all of their shit in-house, and the only thing that they buy is like the raw materials to turn those raw materials into like miniatures, you know, like they buy the, I'm pretty sure they don't produce their own like plastic. They probably buy their own plastic, but the thing is, like, everything else, you know, the molds, the actual production, the factories, the lines, those are all operated in, I'm pretty sure, in the UK by Games Workshop, right? Like, they are operated by, you know, adults who have, you know, human and worker rights and all that. And that's one of the reasons why Games Workshop shit is so expensive, is because like one of their biggest operating costs is the employees and the actual like manufacturing process, because they're not making it be done by a company in they're not making it be done overseas by a company that may or may not have workers of a questionable age, and definitely you know, this is going a little farther than the scale of this video, but I feel like, ethically speaking, Games Workshop and the Army Painter are probably two of the better companies to actually support. And obviously we're entering the portal and fucking dying immediately, right? Absolutely. But the parasite stirs in the Eldritch blood, by the way. That's pretty creepy. But I don't know, like, I just remember, and you could probably still find my comment on that YouTube short, but they did a YouTube short where it was the Pastel Speed Paint 2.0s, right? It was the Pastel Speed Paint 2.0s, and it ended by saying pre-order now. Right, like, I'm actually gonna go look. I will still give you another run. I swear to God. Listen, I am stalling, but I'm recording this early enough that it doesn't matter, okay? Like, I have time to give you another run, and I'm not gonna say, like, I actually don't, because the video's like 40 minutes long when we get to the second run, okay? I swear, you're gonna get a second run. Army Painter. You might hear, like, 5 seconds of the false Army Painter here. Where is it? Introducing Speed Paint Pastels. I think this is it. Okay, turn the music off, because I don't want to get copyrighted. But it's like, Speed Paint! And then it introduces the 6 new paints, and I want literally all of them. Pastel Lavender Princess Pink, Pastel Seafoam, Pastel Salmon, Pastel Yellow, Pastel Indigo. Absolutely, I love all of these. And then they show, like, an example of them over, like, an orc head that's primed white, and they just look good. I like them. I can think of uses for them. I want to use all of these paints. And then at the end, it's a YouTube short, so I can't actually skim through it. Pastel Seafoam and Princess Pink looks so fucking good, man. Because you can't actually, I don't think you can skim through. Yeah, I can't drag the header, the play header in for a YouTube short. But it's like they show them off, and they show the application of the paint, then they show the finish process, and all of them look so good. I think Pastel Yellow is probably the one that I would say Pastel Salmon is probably the one that I like the least. But I can see uses for all of them. They all look really good. I want them. And then the video ends with pre-order now. And so it's like they show off these 6 new paints, pre-order now, in big, bold letters that are in the center of the screen. You're like, oh, hell yeah, I can't wait to pre-order them. You go to the... How do you go to the description again? I'm trying to remember how you go to descriptions of shorts, because YouTube is just terrible about that. Here we go. So it's like, let's take a look at the new Pastel Speed Paints. Shop here. And then it's like, find your local gaming store here, and then shop the products directly via our web shop. If you go to their web shop, everything is like later in May or June. So like a lot of their stuff isn't out yet. It's mostly just the big sets, the full speed paint range sets, right? But then you go into the comments section, and I commented, the video says pre-order now, but I am unable to find a pre-order link. And they responded. They responded with a link to Speed Paint box sets. And you click that link, and there are no pastels. The only way to get the pastels, I think, is it the Mega Set 2.0? Let me see. Actually, I don't think it's the Mega Set 2.0, is it? Royal... Yeah, no, actually, I think it's the Mega Set is $200, by the way. The 2.0 Plus, is that the one? I think that's the one, which is like $5 extra, maybe? No. Oh, it includes the metallic speed paints, is that right? I don't know. But no, it's the $380 complete set 2.0 with, like, medium or whatever. And then that one has the pastels. So it's like, the ones that I want from this new line are, like, the two, like, maize yellow, ancient yellow, and honey yellow. Or sorry, ancient honey, zealot yellow, blah, blah, blah. I want ochre clay. And then I want the pastels. And then that's pretty much it. Like, I was thinking maybe a little bit of, like, one of the blues. But I just want the pastel set. And they sent me a link, because I was like, the website doesn't have a link to buy the pastel paints. And then they sent me a link that doesn't include the pastel paints. Also, another thing, the complete set 2.0, which, and listen, I could be wrong, because I'm just skimming here, but the complete set 2.0, which is the one that has the pastel paints, releases on May 27th. And this short came out. When did this short come out? April 8th. Bro, just give me the pastel speed paints, man. And this is why you all have to help me become like a popular niche influencer in a space for a hobby that you don't care about. Because I could have had my pastel paints already. I couldn't even get through that one with, like, a straight face, honestly. But, yeah, no, Army Painter. If you're an employee of the Army Painter, let's see, hold on. I'm going back to I'm sorry, I'm alt-tabbing again. We're stun-locked. The Army Painter web store. This one, shop, US. Okay. Speed paint. How much is a speed paint? $4.50? Okay. So, I don't know how much shipping is. Okay. But I will pay you, like, just send me the pastels. I'll pay you like $30. I'll make an order of, like, 6 High Lord blues or something. Like, I'm begging you. I just want the pastels. I mean, the funny part is that I couldn't use them right now if I wanted to, because I'm gonna be moving soon. But still, it's like, I'm dying for those pastels, man. Like, they announced the pastels, like, back in fucking... Or they made the video back in April 8th. And, A, you can't buy them from the web store. The only way to buy them from the Army Painter web store is the fucking $380 box. Maybe. I only looked at 3 boxes that were the most expensive ones. And it's just like, man. Just Mimi walks to the beach, just watching the waves go by. Man. Anyways, let's hurry up and die in this fucking run. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, literally, it's impossible for us to win, so... It's look who it is, let's do it. Like, it's literally impossible for it to win. Like, for this run to win. I don't know how, like, you know, much people know about World of Horror, because, you know, these videos have been popping off a little bit recently. And so that probably means that a lot of people who are watching are new to the game. I'm telling you, you can look at this episode number and then realize that I'm speaking from a place of, like, I know what I'm talking about. It's literally impossible for this run to win. Like, literally impossible. There's nothing that you could do would make this run win. So we're just playing it out, because we might as well. Because, I mean, we will die incredibly soon. Which, I mean, that's sort of just like Eldritch Parasite moment, you know what I mean? Like, you get into... me, IRL. You get into situations where you're literally just like... Like, that's the problem with Eldritch Parasite as a game mode. Why are we still alive? I have no idea. But it doesn't matter. You get into situations where you know at the very beginning, like first mystery, that the rest of the run is completely hopeless. Because that's the entire point of the game mode, you know? It's just that the game itself doesn't really have ways that you can, like, manage your health as well as, like, an Eldritch Parasite run might ideally want. And since there's no, like, way to trade one health for the other in Eldritch Parasite, like, if you lose, like, 10... If you're playing on Harbinger of Doom and you lose, like, 10 or 12 reason first mystery, you're dead. Like, you're dead. Like, you'd have to get... And if you get any curse that persistently damages you, you're dead. So it's like there's not really much you can do. Backstory, Goizo. This one's relatively tame. Actually, this one's extremely tame. All things considering. Yeah, no, I just want my pastel paints, man. Those would go hard. I mean, to be honest, if I had, you know, a spare $400 that you held me at gunpoint, you're like, you have to spend this on, something that's recreational, I would buy the Mega Speed Pick set, because that would probably be pretty cool. Lots of cool colors to try, but there's only like a few that I actually want to buy, Pastels being one of them. But, you know, we've got, Knowledge, Takashi, Second Mystery, Dex, Light Source, Charisma. So no strength. Charisma's probably not happening. I don't really want to do charisma. But we can probably make everything else happen. Or we could just go into knowledge weapons and have fun. Now, what I actually want to try... And this would probably be better to do 7th Curse with, because it would be easier. And this might make us lose to Doom, because I am going to brute force it a little bit, which is never the ideal way to go, right? Like, in this game, you brute force your way into having a weapon that is not bad. And then, at that point, you just win the game, right? So, what we're going to be doing here... Let's go glasses. I want to try to get the violin. And honestly... we might get the violin at the expense of a weapon, right? Although the attack speed doesn't benefit the kick, I'm not sure. Or no, sorry, it's the accuracy that's unaffected by kicks, never mind. Disregard what I just said. Listen, I was very confident that that run was gonna lose, and then I'm like, hey, you can trust me, look at how many episodes there are of this game. And then I just said something that's completely false and stupid and believed it for like 5 seconds. Very funny. I don't know. Any complaint that you have with this series can be excused by the fact that it's been going on for so long, and anything that you like about the series is because it's been going on for so long. It's, that's how I choose to view it anyways. The problem is I don't want Aiko's friend, but I don't want 2 curses, and I want the witch's tree for later. But I mean, I guess we're just gonna get Aiko's friend anyways. Gonna get all the Doom. Gonna get all the Doom. It's look who it's Doom. Yeah, no, we're going to hell, honestly. We're going to hell. It's over. It's Jover. I don't know, like, I just want to use the new item. Is that so wrong? Me knowing that the new item is ridiculously broken. Like, you probably don't want to force it to this point, because we're probably going to lose the game because of the Doom. But it's sort of, like, RNG-esque dependent right now. Like, it would be very easy to win from this position, but it would also be very easy to lose from this position, just kind of on how the dice rolls go. I would say that we have I would say we've got a decent chance, but I don't know, man. I don't know. It doesn't really, like... The reason why you don't want to get, like, 30 Doom Mystery 1 isn't because you're worried about, like, oh no, I'll doom out. You're worried about being in, like, dice roll fuck you range, essentially, is the best way I can put it. You can get into situations in this game where you can win. Oh? Oh? What is this? Is this new? You bump into one of your teammates in the gym. Hey, hey Takahashi. She says, looking over you with her brows furrowed. Are you doing okay? You've been acting really weird lately. And you look super tired. No, does this woman look super tired to you? Cuts all over her face. Gotten into a fight with an eldritch demon recently. Holding a violin in the middle of, like, in the middle of gym class. Carrying around a bottle in one hand, a tainted violin in the other. Well, you wouldn't know that it's, like, tainted with evil, spooky magic or whatever by a glance, but, I don't know, I don't know, just tell the truth, you know? We really did just roll a 14, huh? It's eel time? You know, I don't know why, but this makes me think of that one Tom Scott video with the brain-eating amoeba. I don't know why. I guess it's just, like, parasites in your head or whatever. Or also that one comic that went viral on Twitter recently to do with the isopods. But that's honestly isopod slander. Isopods are friends. I am an isopod respector. I also love that one. It was, like, such a niche reply that, like, only I and, like, 50 people saw at the time. You know, the reliable Twitter views feature, but, like, it was just this one comment with, like, one like, and I loved it. It was a reply saying, sorry to that girl, but I'm just built different. Me and the isopods would be friends, and it's, like, my hero. My absolute hero. I was actually thinking to myself, can we get, like, a weapon at all from any of these mysteries? And it's like, yeah, we can. Let's do it. Second mystery. School scissors, baby. The wooden bat run is real. Listen, it's almost 40 minutes into a video, okay? You are gonna see some crazy shit. It's a clap and a bow. We've gotten the Scissor Woman so many goddamn times, having it just be Timeline B, the Leaning Tower of Scissors. You love to see it. Now I am waiting for the obligatory school combat. I mean that's how you know that you're in, like, an actual anime, is when your school has a tournament arc. That's the one, right? That is indeed the one. Honestly, our health is doing pretty good so far. Check it out. Nah. Nobody has time to sit in front of a computer. Absolutely nobody. Also, we're in Timeline B. It doesn't matter. Oh, now this is gaming right here. Now that is just chef's kiss. That's beautiful. Look at that. Pitch looking lovely today, lads. Just a bit of banter. Honestly, like, I'm thinking, like, how do we actually... Can we do 75, 75? 75, 65? That's not even that good. I mean, the problem is that there's, like, barely any... Oh my god, okay, yeah. Just hope she doesn't heal. Let's go. The Ico dodge meta is real when you have Kana. Asterisk supply. So what was it? Like a freaking clap and a bow? Okay, okay. Clap and a bow. And then you just kind of like... Clap emoji, bow emoji, bow emoji, clap emoji, clap emoji. So it's like 2 bows and left, middle, and middle. So bows are middle and left middle, and then everything else is claps? Okay. I might be able to remember that, but don't quote me on that. I don't want to be quoted. That was just level 2, by the way. That's pretty meh. But what do you expect from not getting into any fights on the first mystery? Found footage bulletin, mermaids. We'll do found footage now, and then... Oh, we should absolutely... I cannot believe we did that whole school section doomed when that was, like, completely optional. Like, that's actually kind of nuts a little bit. The mansion is also doomed. We're gonna have to see how the forest is as well. Honestly, our sanity's fine right now. I want EXP. The forest is dangerous. Honestly, you're gonna hate me for this one, but make the forest a little bit safer. And then we're going to the doomed mansion twice. Kind of unhinged. Probably should have just swapped it around twice and done it the other way, but, you know, I wasn't really thinking. Because why would I think about this game when I play it, you know? Probably a pretty true statement. I don't know, this is like Doom or whatever, so... Also, let's, get this taken care of, like, ASAP. I'm not a Frostbite Andy. I'm not a Frostbite Andy at all, actually. Very much don't enjoy Frostbite. Now, hopefully we don't have to stay in the forest for very long. But in case we do, we've at least got the threat level down, so we're feeling pretty good about that. Now, that being said, I'm still a little bit worried about it. And, you know, the pitch may be looking lovely today, lads, but that still doesn't... That's still not much of an excuse. 80-80? 80-70, ugh. I mean, at least we can do that. That's pretty cool. Do a little 10 damage. That's so cool. We can do 10 damage? Wow. So 8 strength and 8 dexterity is nothing to scoff at, but we're gonna roll... Oh my god, we're gonna die? Holy crap. Yeah, that's pretty bad. Like, just taking 8 more billion, We actually maybe should have gone for the flashlight there, but... I mean, you gotta go with your best chance of success right there. 33% chance. We're in the danger zone? I don't know why we're going to the store in the middle of the forest, but... You know, blood... Oh god, blood moon, huh? Really kind of regretting this whole broken wooden bat thing. It's a very bad weapon. Although I will say, with this, like, whatever attack modifier we have with Fast Swimmer, the Tainted Violin, and Aiko's base attack speed bonus, I'm thinking about it, and it's like, this is 100 speed, isn't it? Like, this is horrible, but there are other weapons that are... Like, if we had the fire axe, this would actually kind of go hard. And by that, I mean not really, because it would still be really bad. But, like, if we got the fire axe here, we would do 2 more damage. So that's cool. 2 more. Oh boy, we're doing 14 damage instead of 10? Crazy. Wow. That's nuts, dude. Like, god, that's so bad. It is so bad. 60% moment? Ugh. Like, it doesn't really matter, because we're still gonna be prepping the 10 damage, but it's like... God, can you believe how bad this is? School is doomed? Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and switch it over. I think it's worth the 1%. Just to dodge the doomed penalty, because we're gonna go here like 3 or 4 times, right? So It's important enough. Tome of Rot against human enemies, huh? But Aiko, did you consider that you yourself are human? Dun dun dun. Get this shit out of my inventory, man. Like, that was unnecessarily aggressive. But it really had no right to be here. Yeah, sounds plausible. Yoichi, my guy? Every time I see this, like, little, like, put up your dukes emoji icon down here, I'm just thinking, like, just a bit of banter. Oh, but that pitch is looking lovely today. Oh, thank God. We can just ask the waiter. Now, what the hell am I doing here? You're hashtag burning it all down, unless you got gills and I don't notice. Honestly, I might take hot bath, just because, like, these are kind of horrible. Fuck it, we heal. Yeah, it's the healing floor. I mean, at least he has... Wait, 40 power and we have 70% hit chance? What the hell? That doesn't even make sense. The wooden bat has a 70 hit chance. Oh yeah, no, that makes sense. I was expecting it to be a lot worse, but we are level 4. Punch him, ally attack. Ally all-out attack, let's do it. We do need to get the burn taken care of. We will go to the hospital because it's 1% less doom than ye old nurse. And now I'm thinking, man, I should have taken +1 perception. What a fool I am. And it's like, you know what? Maybe I was a moron. Oh, hasty aid, huh? Nice. We have to go to the forest twice. The forest is fucking doomed. Okay, hold on. Let's get out of the school first. God, our combat is so bad. Like, can you imagine how good our combat would be with, like, a weapon that isn't bad? Like, can you even comprehend that? I can't even comprehend that. Like, seriously. If we have the resources, which we won't, but if we could get, like, a good weapon randomly, can you imagine how hard it would go? Like, it would be nuts. We are... Yeah. We have to go to the forest twice. It's a little bit weird, and it feels a little bit counterintuitive spending Doom to not accrue. But it's 1% Doom for essentially 4% Doom, because you get the +2, right? So... Or you dodge the +2. Now, we are gonna have to maybe go to... the... Oh, flashbacks moment, huh? Well, we're never getting rid of that. What was the curse? What was the curse? No! Well, I didn't need dexterity anyways. An upgraded weapon? Holy shit. Now, admittedly, this is 30 health that we have to chew through, and we have 60% hit chance. That's pretty bad, actually. So, what we're gonna do is, just a bit of banter. Just a bit of banter. This is one way to do it. I can't say that I'm happy about this. But it is certainly a thing that we just did. Sure. So this is... a terrible weapon. But still a significant upgrade. I don't know why I ever thought we were going to use the hot bath. Absolutely not. Oh, God. Can it not be, like, -2 stamina? Would you be okay with that? -2 funds? You're making me sell my human skin tome? Human skin Bible? Rare moment? I know at least like 2 of you watching this were thinking that. Well, maybe not Rare specifically, but... Did we just get 2% Doom for that? That's crazy. It's significantly worse on Harbinger of Doom. I don't know how, like, bad, but... Oof. I don't know how bad, but, like, how much it'll actually affect us. But if we lose by 2% Doom... I don't know what we got out of that, but we got something out of that. I'm good, actually. I don't think that Eliphas needs to open the portal. I actually think we're pretty okay. Do I like it? Yes. But remember what you read on that random note you found in the forest, okay? It's very important. It's a surprise tool that will help you right now, actually. So they're beating yo ass in the stamina department. And I think that might be where we lose this, so... -3, -6... -6, -3... Potentially -6, -6, but that doesn't matter as much. I'm not paying attention to the town things, so I'm not sure. And I also don't know if we got like some weird thing that's gonna kill us. This is just unlucky. I mean, yeah, we could get 8% Doom to get 4 Dexterity. Which I guess that would be pretty cool. I think we're okay. I think we're fine. I think we're okay. Because it can only do 6 stamina to us. We're not going to take any extraneous stamina. We're probably going to be able to kill the boss decently fast. And I don't know. Like... We don't have... Wait, did we get a torch at some point? I thought we did. We must have thrown it or something. Or that was the last run. That was probably the last run. But yeah, we're just gonna take -6, -6. It's no big deal. It's no big deal. Many people are saying this. You get a little electrocuted with a bzz, the gate opens. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I don't know if we could one-turn KO him. Actually, yes, we could have. But that's okay. We actually get to have the game ending screen with baseball bat, which is probably one of the most unhinged things about this run that I can even think of off the top of my head. Like, literally, like, winning... Like, we played the majority of this run with a wooden bat and a baseball bat. And I want you to remember that the only reason that... the only reason why this was at all, like, acceptable to use the wooden bat as a weapon for a majority of the run is we had, like, plus 35% attack speed. I'm pretty sure. Because Ico is 10%, right? And then the Tainted Violin is also 10%, and then Fast Swimmer is 25, or not 25, sorry, it'd be ridiculous, 15. So it goes up to like 35%. I don't know, I actually don't know how it scales. I've never really looked into it, or at least if I have, I don't remember. But like whatever kind of combat multiplier we're going with here, like, it was Atlas carrying up the world. You don't respect like the attack speed that we had here enough. Like, it made the wooden bat usable. And so that theoretically means that any weapon that has 100 speed is theoretically usable if you can get the Tainted Violin, have Ico's built-in attack speed, and then you can get an attack speed perk. But, oh, wow, we don't see that very often. 24 minutes and 0.10 seconds. That's pretty wacky. But yeah, no, it's, I unlocked 7 new achievements? Oh my god. So much content to explore in the next episode. But, anyways, that was a joke for legal reasons. But yeah, no, it was a good run. Thanks for watching, stay safe out there, have a good one, bye.